Thank you to Teimu for sponsoring this video. There are lots of names I'd call adult fans of LEGO, but I never thought conspiracy theorists would be one of them until recently. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, and if anything, I think it makes collecting LEGO more fun. In fact, these theories that circulate in the community are pretty fun to look into and sometimes hard to disprove. I want to take a look at a couple major ones that spread around over last year, from paper bag controversies to biased LEGO content creators lying to their fans. Starting with one that blew up recently, where fans believe LEGO's creating mistakes on purpose to make more money. It all has to do with this LEGO Star Wars QuiGon Jin minifigure. He comes in a set that was released in May of 2024, but recently Bricklink cited that there are two different variants of him, a version with reddish brown facial hair and one with regular brown, which according to the box is the intended design. This scenario has happened before with the Phase 1 Commander Fox in 2009 and the Resistance pilot Finch Dallow in 2018. Both of these figures are worth a small fortune now, and is why sales of this rare reddish brown QuiGon Jin variant skyrocketed and he shot up in value. Now, it's not this reaction that made me put on the tinfoil hat, because you already know I checked my figure as soon as I could. And yes, I do have the rare version if anyone's wondering. But it's the thought that LEGO does this type of thing on purpose to make a little extra profit on top of their regular set sales. In 2019, LEGO bought Bricklink, which, if you don't already know, is the largest online reseller of LEGO. Now that they own it, they get a chunk of profit from each sale, whether it's from individual parts, minifigs, or sets, both used and new. So when these types of QuiGon variants occur, fans typically go crazy and try to snag one before prices get out of hand. This increases sales drastically, and depending on how desperate a fan is to get their hands on something now considered rare, it drives up the price of a mere minifig to sometimes hundreds of dollars. Some fans even speculate bigger voices in the community could hype up a certain LEGO item to then sell their own stock of it at a higher price. So do fans have a reasonable argument to assume LEGO or other community members do this stuff on purpose to get a little extra dough? Honestly, yeah. I don't personally believe LEGO makes these variants on purpose, or that bigger voices hype up certain things for their own financial gain, but no one can tell me they're not making a bigger profit when these types of things happen. On top of being sus about larger LEGO prices, fans have also been careful about cheaper ones, most infamous of all being the insane deals found on TEMU. It's an online marketplace that sells a very, and I mean very, wide variety of products, from fashion, electronics, home goods, and of course LEGO. So the theory is that the LEGO sold on TEMU isn't real. I think this stems from how good the deals are, since we rarely see prices this cheap for LEGO sets unless there's a big sale going on somewhere. The thing is, they have these great deals going on year-round and even offer additional discounts, most notably through their app. For example, Teimu gave me a special code to use that will give me access to even better LEGO deals, like up to 50% off on some sets. If you download the Teimu app and search up my code DWR6339, you can get these same exclusive deals and a $100 coupon bundle for your future purchases on other sets. This deal is only valid for 24 hours after downloading the app, so don't sleep on it. Let's try it out together and test this conspiracy theory. Although I already used my exclusive coupons with this deal, you can still see Teimu has some great deals going on. $97 for this hard to find LEGO City crane, $55 for this Ahsoka Jedi Shuttle, and I got it for 50% off. You can see on the screenshot, I'm not joking. That can be yours as well if you're the first time user on this Teimu app, a retired Ninjago dragon with some roses. Oh my word, Teimu has it all. So my package from Teimu came super quick, like within 5 days, so let's open it up and see the LEGO inside. This crane is massive and it matches every description to LEGO. Next up, I had to get this Ahsoka Shuttle because it was so cheap at 50% off, and then a couple different retired polybags to test those out. I'm gonna have to say that these theories that Teimu's LEGO isn't real are false. It's actually a great way to buy and save on LEGO, especially this crane. I like this one a lot. Download the Teimu app today and use the code here on screen to get exclusive access to sets like this Jedi Shuttle for 50% off, a $100 coupon bundle, and even more lightning deals for later. Thanks so much again to Teimu for sponsoring this video. One interesting thing I did notice about the Teimu sets were the bags that came inside them. Made me think of another popular conspiracy theory that's circulating the LEGO internet right now, and it has a lot of fans frustrated, which I totally get. All the way back in November of 2019, LEGO announced that they would be phasing in paper bags into their new sets with the goal of changing all of their packaging to be sustainable and recyclable by the end of 2025. I'm not sure about other areas in the world, but I know that us here in the US only started seeing paper bags in April of 2024 when LEGO ambassadors started posting them coming in sets that were being gifted to them by LEGO. I know this because I am a LEGO ambassador and I'm I made videos with the paper bags in them. To me at the time, this wasn't weird at all. LEGO said they were going to roll out paper bags and they did it, but I and other ambassadors started getting comments saying no one else was seeing the paper in the sets they were getting, and sure enough, none of the sets that I bought in the US in 2024 or 2025 have come with any paper bags. The broad consensus of the situation was that LEGO was sending special LEGO sets to their ambassadors to look good on social media when in reality nothing was changing. This perception got even worse when LEGO made a whole campaign in November 2024 telling the world paper bags are finally here. In this video they posted on their YouTube, they talk about how much work they've gone through finding the perfect material, modifying their factories to create it, and getting the new packaged sets out in stores. They also partnered with a handful of LEGO content creators to give a similar message to their followers, all while no one was seeing any here in the US. So is the notion that LEGO's lying to their customers about these paper bags a conspiracy theory or a fact? Paper bags have actually been releasing slowly in different countries, most common in Asia and Europe so far. This gives a great explanation as to why LEGO ambassadors have been seeing them in their sets. When LEGO sends new unreleased sets early to their ambassadors, they have to do so through Denmark, which is a part of Northern Europe. I personally don't believe LEGO's sending special sets with paper bags to their ambassadors to look good, but instead I think it's a result of their sustainable initiative they've announced 6 years ago. Now, should they be announcing to the world through a large campaign that paper bags are finally here? I don't think it's the best timing for us here in the US since we haven't actually seen any, but if someone watching from Asia or Europe catches wind of this announcement, they'll be stoked. It's time to get controversial, if I haven't been controversial enough already. Since this is a video about LEGO conspiracy theories, and I already brought up the LEGO Ambassador Network, I need to bring up one of the most popular theories about the program. It's the claim ambassadors can't say anything negative about sets they receive or else they'll get kicked that I want to talk about. If you're unfamiliar with the LEGO Ambassador Network, it's first a website that anyone can go on to check out local communities or events, and also provides a space to talk with others over the forums. Probably more well known than that, it's an entity of LEGO that recognizes LEGO user groups and fan medias like me. One of the most well-known benefits of being a recognized media of the LEGO Ambassador Network is that we can receive new and unreleased sets for free to make content on. Now, LAN outlines that it doesn't have to be a review necessarily, but just some piece of content that talks about or shows the set. It's totally up to the creator to do what they want with it, including what they say. Although LAN encourages their ambassadors to be honest with their thoughts on these sets, I can honestly see why people in the community could believe otherwise. Why would creators getting free sets before they release want to risk making LEGO, the person gifting them the sets, mad? It's a good question, and on top of that a good theory, but like any other good argument, it needs some evidence. To claim that ambassadors can't say anything negative about sets they receive from LEGO or else they'll be kicked from LAN implies that no ambassador has said anything negative about the sets they've received, or else they'd not be receiving them anymore. So let's test this conspiracy theory and look at some evidence to see if it holds any ground.
Like, this is bad, this hair is bad, this minifigure is bad.
There is quite literally a giant void here of nothing. LEGO could have easily included some accessories like a speeder, a back-to-tank, a little command station, and guess what? They've done that in previous iterations of the Republic gunship, so that is all very disappointing.
I cannot recommend this one to people like myself who hate repetition at all. Does it look amazing in the end? Yes, it does. Does that make it worth it? Still no.
Like, how necessary was this? Could we have used these 400 pieces to make the exterior, like, make it a little longer?
And I gotta come right off the bat and say, I don't like either one of these. Neither set really does it for me, guys. I just gotta cut to the chase.
Like I said before, conspiracy theories in the LEGO space are fun. I think they work so well because just like the toy we adult fans of LEGO love, the more imagination you use, the more entertaining they get.